What if I told you that over 63,000 people died in a single building and their spirits might still be trapped inside? Welcome back to the channel where we explore the darkest corners of American history. Today we're diving deep into Waverly Hills Sanatorium, the place paranormal investigators call the most haunted location in the entire United States. Picture this. It's 1910 in Louisville, Kentucky. Tuberculosis is spreading like wildfire and there's no cure. Desperate families are sending their loved ones to a massive new hospital built on a hilltop, hoping against hope for a miracle. That hospital was Waverly Hills, and what happened within those walls would leave an imprint that paranormal experts say continues to this day. Tuberculosis was a death sentence back then. Without antibiotics, patients arrived knowing they might never leave. The disease attacked the lungs, causing victims to cough up blood while slowly suffocating. Waverly Hills became their final refuge, a place where hope and despair walked hand in hand through sterile corridors. The numbers are staggering. Over its decades of operation, more than 63,000 souls passed away within those walls. That's roughly 4 deaths every single day for 50 years. The sheer volume of human suffering concentrated in one location creates what paranormal researchers call a perfect storm for supernatural activity. But here's where things get really chilling. Staff members today report seeing phantom nurses in vintage uniforms pushing empty gurneys down hallways that haven't seen patients in decades. These apparitions appear so real that security guards have followed them, only to watch them vanish around corners. The most terrifying reports come from something called the body chute. This underground tunnel was built to secretly transport deceased patients away from the hospital without upsetting the living. Families couldn't handle seeing constant reminders of death, so bodies were wheeled through this dark passage to waiting hearses. Visitors today claim they hear anguished screams echoing from this tunnel, as if the trauma of those final journeys somehow imprinted itself on the very walls. Shadow figures are another common sighting. These dark silhouettes hover over the old isolation cells where the sickest patients spent their final days. Witnesses describe shapes that move independently of any light source, sometimes appearing to lean over invisible beds, as if checking on patients who died decades ago. Modern technology has captured evidence that skeptics struggle to explain. Night vision cameras have recorded mysterious orbs floating down corridors, moving in patterns that seem deliberate rather than random. These glowing spheres appear to follow the same paths nurses once took during their rounds, suggesting some kind of residual haunting. The morgue presents perhaps the most disturbing phenomena. Electronic voice phenomena recordings have picked up disembodied moans and whispers in areas where bodies were once prepared for burial. These sounds occur even when the building is completely empty, recorded by equipment sensitive enough to detect the slightest audio disturbances. Despite its tragic history, Waverly Hills has embraced its reputation. The building now offers guided ghost tours where visitors can experience these phenomena firsthand. Brave souls can book overnight investigations armed with EMF detectors, digital thermometers, and voice recorders to document any supernatural encounters. Paranormal investigators use salt lines as protection, creating barriers they believe spirits cannot cross. EVP sessions attempt to communicate directly with any remaining entities, often producing responses that seem to acknowledge questions about the hospital's past. Some experts theorize that locations with intense emotional trauma can trap energy, creating what they call a stone tape recording. The suffering experienced at Waverly Hills was so profound that it may have literally impressed itself into the building's structure, replaying moments of anguish for anyone sensitive enough to perceive them. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, Waverly Hills represents something deeper about human mortality and memory. This building witnessed humanity at its most vulnerable, housing thousands who faced death with courage while medical staff fought a losing battle against an unstoppable disease. The spirits reportedly haunting these halls aren't malevolent monsters, but echoes of real people who lived, loved, and died within these walls. Their stories deserve remembrance, and perhaps that's why Waverly Hills continues to draw visitors seeking connection with the past. But if the restless souls of a sanatorium send chills down your spine, wait until you uncover America's most terrifying curse. Click now to watch our previous video, where a simple wine cabinet becomes a vessel for unimaginable horror. The link is on screen and in the description. Smash that play button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss this descent into true supernatural terror.